Okay. Um, Hang on.
Long strap thing.
What's that?
We're doing the fun long strap thing.
We are. You know me. I'm a one show pony. That's how it goes. They want to be surprised. Okay. Yeah.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. I know some of you were here yesterday. So, okay, here we go. So last week, we were talking about uh, attachment, clinging, right? The ways that we hold on to what feels good. We don't want to let it go. Which was one of the kleshas that are one. So the kleshas are the obstacles or the impediments to reaching our spiritual goals, like the things that get in the way of us realizing our true nature, connecting to our true nature. So attachment is one of those things, the ways, that we cling to something in the past, things that feel good. We're seeking that pleasure cycle. The opposite side of that, of course, is Dvesha is the word in Sanskrit for aversion, which is the things that we avoid. And they're sort of the opposite sides of the same coin. We want to seek what feels good. We want to avoid what doesn't feel good. And that's human nature. That is not there. There's no amount of yoga, as I like to say, there's no amount of yoga that will absolve you of your humanness. And it is just innate in us to do that. And there are, of course, ways that serves us. Hot stove, don't put your hand on it. That you will get hurt, right? Um, so, but just like addiction is the extreme of that pleasure seeking cycle, the extreme of that aversion cycle is really, kind of shutting down and avoiding life in general, living in with a lot of fear, even to the point where maybe you're not leaving the house. Obviously, none of us are in that category. But I'm going to invite you to think about what are the things that you avoid. What are the things that you resist in your life? Some of them are on the physical level. Some of us, I would venture to say, probably not many of us in this room, because we're here doing this physical practice, which is, some people find uncomfortable. But also on that mental, emotional level, having the difficult conversations, having to say, I'm sorry when you've really done something wrong, having to, I don't know, fill in the blank, all the difficult things, we avoid them. But here's the thing. When we are in that state of avoidance, we are just prolonging the inevitable one way or another. So I shared this little thing that Pema Chodron. So Pema Chodron is a Buddhist monk. She's written a bunch of books. If somebody know Pema Chodron, if you don't know Pema Chodron, go read all her books because you should. But she has a good way of framing, in particular, really good ways of sort of framing how to, sort of go gracefully through the challenging things in life. She writes a lot about grief and about, just hardship. She's a Buddhist monk. So so this is what she says. It helps to understand that we don't suffer because of our personal inability to get things right. We suffer because of our resistance to ordinary experience. The reality that life goes up and down and that situations are unpredictable. And then she goes on to talk about anxiety, which, as we know, is sort of rampant in the world. Everybody feels anxiety in some way or another, and it feels like it's, I don't know, part of me thinks, well, maybe we're just more aware of it now. And then part of me thinks, no, there's just more to be anxious about now. Who knows, whatever. But this is this cycle. She says, when we resist emotions, they wear at our psyche. Anxiety is the ever-present reminder of unfinished business of the emotional body. When we resist emotions, they present themselves as anxiety until we pay attention to them. Anxiety is not an emotion. It is a state of being, a physical chemical response to the neglect of the emotional body. This is the physical body letting us know something's not right. So, for example, she uses this example: I'm sad. I don't want to be sad. So I try all day to be happy. And by the end of the day, I'm anxious. When I can acknowledge anxiety, I can look beneath that to see what's causing the anxiety. Oh, sadness. And if I'm willing to just sit with the sadness, maybe I cry, maybe I talk to someone, but then it moves through, right? And then the anxiety is gone. And I think it's a really interesting way to think about this idea of what we're avoiding, because it's, how does the saying go, what we resist persists, it's going to keep coming up. We're going to keep getting that lesson until we're willing to look at it. So even though, it might seem like, well, why do we have to just, focus on the ugly things in life, and it's not that we have to focus on them. It's just simply that we're acknowledging them if they're there, we're not actively seeking to avoid it. And so when we're willing to do that, we're living more in the present, and I used this example last week also, that cycle, as humans, we're in this cycle of ups and downs. We feel the extremes, we feel love, we feel hate really powerfully, we feel happy, we feel sad really powerfully. But in between those two, it's like a whole range of stuff, and so instead of life sort of being here, when we're able to, to take in the joyful, pleasurable things without clinging to them, when we're able to be resilient and sort of just be with uncomfortable, challenging things as they're there, then instead of it being like this, we're sort of here, because, and that's the reality, it's never going to be here. And do we really want it to be here? Like, that's kind of like, we don't want to be a robot, that's sort of like an unfeeling, just, that I don't want that. I don't know, maybe you guys want that. I don't want that. I'll just speak for myself. So that's the idea, to notice when we are resisting something, when we're, resisting sadness, when we're resisting grief, it's all the things that don't feel well, don't feel good, when we're resisting having the difficult conversation. Anytime I have to do math, that's like I don't want to do math. Anytime I have to do anything having to do with whatever, money and stuff, whatever, name your own things. We're all aware, I think, or maybe we're not, but that's what the practice is today, to just pay attention to that. What are we pushing back against? What are we actively seeking to avoid? And again, not to invite in something that's uncomfortable, but to just get more comfortable with our discomfort. Let's say it like that. All right, that's the thoughts. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Remember that you don't have to do it alone. And this is one of the reasons practicing together is so important. Having community is so important, that we can remember that we walk this path together. And that when we face challenges, we don't have to face them by ourselves. Face them with support, with love. And hopefully we can offer that same support and love and grace to ourselves. So if I talk, as I'm talking about this, something's coming up, don't, you're realizing it, you're feeling it, the last thing to do is beat yourself up about it. Just soften. Offer yourself some compassion. Acknowledge your humanness. And bring your hands together to your heart. Let's chant together. Deep breath in. to your heart. Release your hands to your lap. Switch the cross of your legs. Bring the other leg out in front. And just do a little cat and cow seated here. So inhale and arch. Chest forward, head up. Exhale and round. Drop your weight to your hands. Let your head release. Yeah. Inhale. Arch. Exhale and round. Just notice which of these feels easier in your body. Which of these sets feels sits easier in your spine and your hips and your pelvis. And then just land at middle ground for a moment. So draw the low back in. So there's a curve, a lumbar curve. You're sitting forward on your sit bones. Good. Draw your shoulder blades onto your spine, lengthen through your neck. And just try to just feel where that middle ground is between the two. Front body lengthening, the back body lengthening. Step your feet out in front of you. Feet wide. Good. And then just windshield wiper the knees a few times, drop to one side. And then to the other. Yeah, maybe stagger with your neighbor. Good. Next time the knees are to the right, stay there. Both knees on the floor. So not knee on leg, but both knees on the floor. Your feet wide, legs wide apart, that both legs are on the floor. Good. Press your knees down. Press your right hand down. Lift your left arm up. You can stay with hips on the floor, or you can lift your hips up and curl back a little bit. Take a deep breath in here. Open the front of the body. Draw your low back in. Stretch from your chin to your pubic bone. Good. Exhale, drop your hips down. And then over to the other side. Both knees down on the floor, not knee on foot. Left hand on the floor. Right arm up. Hips can stay down or kind of stretch up. And again, lengthen. Pubic bone to chin. Exhale, hips down. Go back to the first side. Both knees over to the right. Okay, this time we're going to twist to the left. So you're going to, right hand can either hold your left knee or your left ankle, or if you can reach your left foot, you can hold your left foot with your right hand. Take your left hand on the floor, either outside the foot or back behind you a little bit. Good. Press both sit bones down. Yeah, I know, it's a little awkward. That's it. Lengthen up through your spine and twist. You can have hands on the floor. If it's more comfortable to have hands on the floor, just go hands on the floor. Good. Inhale, come to center. Swing your legs up and over to the other side. Right hand's going to stay off to the right. Left hand holds right knee, right shin. Again, right heel. If you've got long gorilla arms like me, and you can reach your foot, Breathe in and lengthen. Out and twist. I know this is a big twist for early in practice, so be gentle with yourself. One more breath. Good. And inhale, come to center. Come lay down onto your back. Hold one knee in each hand, lifting up your knees. Hold one knee in each hand. Good. And then do some circles here. Pull your knees away into your chest, take them out wide. And then let your knees drop into your hands. And just feel your pelvis tilting forward and back as you're doing this a little bit. Circle the other way. Just change the direction of the circle. Feel the muscles around your sacrum, the base of your spine, just getting massaged on the floor. One thing to notice as we move through the practice today, hold your knees together now in circle, are those physical movements that we avoid, you know? Everyone pretty much well knows what feels good, what doesn't. Circle around the other way, knees together this time. But maybe dig deeper than that, you know? Why does that not feel good? Why am I avoiding that movement or action in my body? And how can I Be there with ease, more ease. All right, slide your right hand to your right ankle, roll to your left side, thigh stretch. Rest your head on your left arm. Good. Lift your right knee up high for a moment. That's it. And then hug your heel towards your butt with your knee lifting up high, heel towards your butt. Good. Roll your right shoulder back. Good. Now squeeze your try to keep your heel in close, but squeeze your knee down towards your bottom, right knee towards the left knee. And then tone your glutes a lot and tone your pelvic floor a lot. And move your tailbone forward towards your pubic bone. And take one more breath. Good. Come to your back. Hug both knees. Switch sides. Slide your hand to your left ankle. Roll to your right side. Rest your head on your right arm. Start with your left knee up high. Hug your heel to your butt as close as you can. Active foot, so your left toes are spreading out. And then as you squeeze your top knee down towards your bottom knee, move your tailbone forward, tone your pelvic floor, tone your low belly. Feel like you're trying to draw your pubic bone up towards your navel as you press your knee back. Okay, good. Roll back to your back. Okay, grab a block. Hopefully everybody has a block. If you don't and your neighbor has one, just share with a neighbor. Okay, here's what we're doing. Actually, you could just leave it there, Mary. We're going block between the feet. All right, if this is too much, you can go block between the shins. Try to get your block between the feet. Again, if it's too much, you can skip that. So try to hold it between your feet. Find a way that it feels comfortable holding it between your feet. All right, squeeze your legs, squeeze the block, squeeze your legs towards each other. And then bend your knees, bring the block towards your butt. That's it. And then press up through your heels and then bend your knees, heels to butt. And then press it up. Good. Do two more. Squeeze heels to butt, squeeze your block, extend your legs up. And one more, heel to butt. Extend your legs. Good. Hold there. Take your hands behind your head. And now squeeze everything up off the floor. Hips, shoulders, keep squeezing your block. Inhale and release. Hips down, head down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower down. And just like that, a few more. Try to get your hips off the floor, like you're trying to send the block towards the ceiling. Squeeze and lift. And back down. Last one. Okay, good. And set the block over to the side. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. Let your knees knock together. Let your knees rest together for a moment. All right, good. Then bring your hands underneath your hips, palms down. Yep, good. Stretch your legs up towards the sky again. Imagine you still have the block there, so you're squeezing your legs together. Good. Exhale and right leg extends down towards the floor. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, bring it back up. Right leg. That's it. Inhale, bring it up. And back down. You got it. Think of reaching out. So as your leg comes down, think of stretching it longer, stretching it longer. Here's what I want you to pay attention to. I want you to do a few more. As your leg comes down, is your back, low back, lifting away from the floor? And if it is, try to stabilize it and pause right where your back starts to lift. Don't let your leg go lower than that. You want to maintain that curve in your spine. Take one more, each side. Last one. Okay, good. Release your hands, rest your knees together. Find your strap. Take your strap around your right foot. Take the strap around the base of the toes. Yep. And really extend your leg out. So get your knee straight. However much slack you need to have in your strap to get your knee straight, do that so that the back of the leg is really opening up. Doesn't matter how close you're pulling that leg in. It really doesn't, but get the leg straight. All right, then left leg to the floor. All right, both straps to your left hand for a moment. Take your right hand, make a C shape with your right hand. Take your thumb right in the crease of the hip, right hip, and press your thigh away as you're pulling your leg in towards your face. So your right hand is at your right thigh, pushing the thigh bone away. Push away. So right in the crease of your hip. So Joe, put your thumb in the crease of your hip and push your leg towards me. No, not behind you, right where your leg meets your, like there. Push away. Your hip is on the floor. Put your hip on the floor. Right hip on the floor. That's it. Just push the thigh bone away. That's it. Okay, now try to maintain that action in your leg. Switch the strap to the other hand. Yes, take your left arm over to the left. And now extend the right leg out to the right. Push it out to the side. Good. Keep pressing your left thigh down to the floor, towards the floor. Okay, now let the strap just hang for a minute. Let go of the strap and bring your elbow under your hand underneath your leg so you can prop your leg onto your hand. Your right leg is on your right hand. Your right elbow is on the floor, still out to the side. So it hasn't really moved. You're just, instead of holding it with the strap, you're just propping your hand underneath it on the floor. Your leg is over to the right. Your leg is to the right. You're just resting it on your hand. Good. Extend your leg out straight. Your leg is to the right, resting on your right hand. Yes. Your leg is to the right, resting on your right hand. That's it. Press your right leg out straight. That's it. Okay, bring the leg up. Wow, that was super confusing. I'm sorry. I don't know why that was so confusing. I didn't really think it was going to be, but it was. Okay, switch hands, put the strap into the left hand. So still on the right leg, just hold it with the left hand. Right leg is still up. Right leg is still up. Strap is still on your right foot. Right arm to the right, take it to the twist. Bring your leg across the body, over to the left. That's it. Remember the hands, that C, that thumb in the crease of the hip. Keep pushing your right thigh away so that the right side body is getting a good stretch. Okay, I was going to have you prop the leg on the hand here. If you want to try that, you can try it. If it's going to be too confusing, just stay right where you are. You don't have to move. If you want, you can let go of the strap, prop your leg onto your hand, and then what this is forcing you to do is then it's a mobility exercise, right? You're using the muscles of the legs to extend rather than having the strap to push into. Okay, bring the leg back up. Set the strap over to the side for a moment. Just stretch both legs out long. And just feel one side, the other side, one leg, the other leg. And then bend up your knees. Take your left foot up into the strap. All right. I don't think I said this on the first slide, and I meant to, but I want you to think about that cat and cow action here on your back. So create a little curve in your spine. So see if you can stretch your legs straight and still have your back, a curve underneath your low back. Like you should be able to put your hand in that space between your back and the floor. See if you can create that curve. All right, now stretch the right leg out straight. Try to maintain that curve. Push your foot into the strap. All right, let's do that little press with the hand. So hold the strap in the right hand, left thumb into the crease of the left thigh. Push the left thigh away as you press up. That's it. You got it. Good. Keep that action in your leg. Switch the hand. Hold it with the left hand. Take the left leg out to the left. Extend your legs out long. Reach out long like you're pushing out against all those things you're resisting against. Instead of pushing them away, you're engaging with them. If you want to try that little prop with the hand underneath the leg just stays right where it is. You just let go of the strap and prop your hand underneath your leg. That's too complicated. Just stay where you are. All right, bring the leg back up. Strap into the right hand. Twist. Left leg over to the right. Left shoulder on the floor. You can let that left hip come up. So it can be more of a twist. And then, again, if you want to prop, hold the leg up. instead of holding it with the strap, so you can push, push, push out through the heel. All right, inhale, bring the leg back up. Set the strap over to the side. Okay, now come up onto your elbows. Good. All right, make your legs strong. Make like one strong mermaid leg, squeeze your legs in like you saw that block between your feet. Push your elbows down, squeeze your elbows in towards each other, and feel how as you do that, you get the curve into your spine. So it's a little bit more of a cow tilt. Now try to maintain that, lift your knees up off the floor. It's gonna erase the curve a little bit, that's okay. All right, good. And then we're gonna tap and bring it back in. And tap and bring it back. Good, and tap. And feel how your back wants to lift away from the floor. That curve in your spine wants to increase as you tap. So try to keep your abdominals turned on. So there's a curve, but it's not increasing as the feet come down. Okay, next time the knees are up, hold there. Now straighten and bend and straighten and bend. Good. Push up through your heels. That's it. Squeeze your heels in. Push up through your heels. Squeeze them in. Last one. Push up through your heels. Good. Squeeze them in. All right, rest for a minute. Come onto your back. Rest your head. I've got one more to do here. All right. Back up onto your elbows. Okay. Create that curve in your spine, little arch. Now, bent knees or straight legs, up to you. So if you're doing this with bent knees, you're just tapping down again, or straight legs. Squeeze and lower, hover, and then bring them back up. And then squeeze and lower. Don't let your back lift away from the floor. Squeeze and lower, keep the navel towards the spine, and then let them flow back up. Push your elbows down, puff your chest up. Yep, try a couple more. Lower and up. That's it, last one. And up. Okay, good. Cross your legs, sit up, and four is one of the things that you avoid and resist. Probably not if you're coming to my class, because it's somewhat to be expected, right? All right, let's come to downward facing dog. Down dog. All right. Take a moment to, pedal out, shift hips, do your doggy warm-ups. All right, and then stretch your arms straight, spread out your fingers, bend your knees, and do a little cat and cow in your dog pose. And feel how you're in this position that movement gets initiated from the pelvis. The pelvis tips forward, the low back comes in, the head lifts up, front body stretches, and the pelvis drops down, the back body opens up. Maybe think of those two actions as that attachment aversion cycle. You know, we open the front of the body, feels good, we're open to life, life is good, and then sometimes when things don't feel so good, it's like we're the turtle in the shell, you know, pulling the head in, rounding the spine, protecting. See if you can find the middle place now. So hips up high, sit bones lifting, widening, thigh bones pressing back, and then stretch your heels down and draw your sit bones towards your thigh bones, even as you keep pulling the tops of your thigh bones towards your sit bones. Walk yourself forward, Uttanasana, forward bend. Come on, all the way up, reach up, stretch up. Good. Exhale and release your arms. Just stagger with your neighbor as you need to. Okay, we're gonna come to chair, work a little pelvic tilting here. So little baby chair, bend your knees, hips poke back. Good, and then do a little pelvic tilting here. So front body opens as the pelvis tips forward, back body opens as the pelvis tips back. And just back and forth a few times, rolling through the whole spine. Feel each vertebrae articulate from your tailbone all the way up into your neck, and then the opposite direction. The next time you're in the arched position, hold here. This is anterior tilt of the pelvis. The thigh bones are pressing down and back. Maybe sit a little deeper. Keep the thigh bones pressing down and back, but just draw your sit bones down towards your thigh bones. Draw your glutes in. Inhale your arms up. Find that middle place. But we're not seeking the pleasure button. We're not avoiding. We are just open to life as it is. We are settling into what is with compassion for ourselves. One more breath. Good. Straighten your legs. Release your arms by your sides. Good. Now, same thing in Tadasana. Do some little mini pelvic tilts. Notice where your tendency is. I tend to be thighs forward, big curve in my spine. Some of you may tend to be this way, right? Thighs full, rounded in the spine, right? So find that middle place where the thigh bones press back and the sit bones come forward to meet them. So the pelvic floor is parallel to the floor. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward into forward bend. Notice which way your pelvis tilts as you do that. It's going to depend on how open your hamstrings are. Take your fingertips up onto your shins. Look forward. Do a little pelvic tilting. Feeling the balance between the extremes and just finding that middle place where the spine is long, the hips feel steady, and then fingertips back to floor blocks and fold over. All right, step your right foot back. Drop your right knee down. Yeah, grab a blanket if you need it on the way. Scissor your legs in towards each other. Come up, hands on hips. Feel which way your pelvis is tilting. For most of us, it's going to be tilted forward. So the thigh bones are moving back. Move your sit bones down and forward to meet the thigh bones. Draw your pelvic floor, your low belly in and up. Then take arms to the sky. Good. Reach up through the sides of the waist, lift the ribs, lift the shoulders. If you want to take it into a deeper lunge, go for it, or just be here as we're easing into these deeper back bends. Exhale, take your hands down to your mat, slide your hips back and your left heel out in front until the left leg is straight. That's it. Level off your hips. That left hip is going to want to be forward and up. So drop back and in line with the right hip, press forward through the base of the toes. Good. Now extend your spine long, fold over your leg. Whether we're talking about attachment or aversion in our daily lives, or we're talking about back bends or forward bends in our bodies, these extremes, we want to find that middle ground in all that we do. We want to find that middle place where there's more ease, where there's more grace. Okay, shift your weight forward. Actually, don't shift your weight forward. Swing your leg back, your right leg back behind. We're going to go into gate pose. Turn around so my back isn't too. So yeah, swing your right leg behind you. Left leg is out to the side. So you're facing this direction. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Lift and lengthen. Lean to the left. Left hand to left leg. Right arm over your right ear. Good. Play around with a little cat and cow here. See which gives you a little bit more opening, which gives you a little bit more stability, but also freedom. And then once you find that spot, just hold and breathe. Inhale, come up. Bring your right hand all the way over outside your right knee. So hand, knee, foot in a straight line for Vashisthasana prep. Yeah. Press down into that bottom hand, like you're trying to push the floor away, almost like you're trying to lift your right knee up off the floor. That's how much you're pushing down into the floor. And then roll both shoulders back. One more breath. Exhale. And walk yourself forward to the front of your mat. Come into downward facing dog. You can hold here, or you can come through vinyasa. An interesting thing to pay attention to is Whether we avoid, again, more of the physical discomforts of life or we avoid more of the mental and emotional discomforts of life. I know for me, I'm pretty willing to make my body do all sorts of things, but not my mind. But interesting just to observe where we land in that spectrum. All right, walk yourself forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come on up. Come back to Tadasana and neutral pelvis. So thigh bones back, sit bones forward, meeting each other in that middle place where we feel steady and grounded. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, left knee down. Squeeze your legs towards each other, hands on your hips. See if you can feel with your hands which way the pelvis is tilting. Right? Are your hip points dipping down? Are your sit bones lifting up and back? Or are they tipping backwards? Find that middle place. Inhale, arms to the sky. Stretch up tall through your spine. And again, if you want to take it to the deeper back bend, right heel to right hip, shoulders and head back. See if as you're coming into the back bend, you can bring a little bit of that tailbone forward, toning the glutes action to help keep it supported. Hands down to the floor, shift your hips back, slide your right heel out in front. Extend your spine from your pelvis. Fold over your front leg. And as you're extending that front leg, you're pushing it forward. Imagine that you are just pushing past any resistance that you have in your own life. Pushing past avoidance. Inhale, come up, kickstand the back leg, spin your right foot down, come up to stand, arms up. And then lean to your, what leg is that? Right leg, right. Left arm reaching towards the right leg. Right leg is straight. Right leg straight. Extend that right leg. Lean to the right. Good. Maybe a little cat and cow if that would serve you. If that feels like too much to do in this position, just stay right where you are. Hold, breathe. All right, good. Inhale, come on up. Dive over. Left hand over to the left. Right arm to the sky. Make sure your hand lands right under your shoulder, so not too close to your knee, not way out in front. Just be right there under the shoulder, and then push so strongly down into that left hand, it's almost like the bottom knee could lift off the floor. Push your right foot down. Spin your chest. Yes. One more breath. Exhale, find your way back to the front of your mat. Downward facing dog. Good. Hold in dog or come through vinyasa. Move with your breath. Make your way back to the front of your mat. Uttanasana. Rise up. Tadasana. We go to the extremes in our body. We do the back bend. We do the forward bends. We come back to center. We remind our minds to come back to center. There's these extremes on either side, but we can be here in the middle. We can be connected to something deeper than just our stories and our dramas and all the things going on in our minds. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg back again, knee off the floor this time. Good. Inhale, our hands to hips. With your hands on your hips, bend your back knee and feel how then it's easier for the pelvis to tip into that neutral position, right? When the leg is straight, the pelvis wants to tip forward, the back wants to bend. So soften the knee, draw the glutes in, your butt muscles in, draw your sit bones down. Now press your back leg straight, press your right thigh bone up towards the ceiling, but keep your right sit bone moving down towards your thigh bone. It's happening in the left leg too, but more in the right. All right, inhale, arms up. Then expand fully into this middle place, forward, backwards, up, down, all directions. All right, hands down to the floor. You can always use blocks here, of course, if you need. Straighten your front leg. That's it. From your pelvis, extend down into your feet, like you're trying to push the floor away from you. Get your legs even longer, expanding into acceptance of all the emotions, all the feelings, all the things that arise. Okay, we're going to come into triangle from here. So spin down your back heel. Good. Then your hand can stay on the floor, your bottom hand, your left hand, or it can hop up onto your leg and then right arm to the sky. Good. Stretch your legs as long as you can. Make them even longer. Make your spine even longer. Take one more breath. We're going to come up to warrior two. Stand up. Bend your front knee. Keep your back leg strong and long. Sit into the front knee. Push your front shin bone forward. Humble warrior. Lace your fingers together. Stretch your arms straight back and bow forward. If you need to shorten up your stance a little bit, do that. Arms towards the sky. Head towards the floor. That's it. Keep the left knee pressing to the left buttock toning. Notice how when the sensation starts to build, the mind's going, all right, abort mission. See if the body can stay for another breath. Usually the mind gets there before the body does. The body is more resilient than we give it credit for. Okay, release your hands down. We're going back to triangle. Straighten your front leg. Top arm to the sky. Got it. All right, then frame the front foot. Bend your front knee back to lunge. Spin up your back heel. We're going to keep hands on the floor, but spin up your back heel. Push your right thigh bone up. Sit deep into that front knee. Plant your right hand. Twist to the left. Good. Draw your low back in, but draw your navel to your spine. Curl your head and your shoulders back a little bit. Exhale. Downward facing dog. That's it. Hold in your dog or come through vinyasa. Make your way to Uttanasana. Rise up, reach up, stretch up. Tadasana. Back to the middle ground, back to balance. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge. Left leg back. Hands to hips. Good. Bend your back. Take your pelvis into neutral. So the glutes draw down, the sit bones draw forward. Then push your left thigh bone up and straighten your left leg. Maybe bend the right knee more into a square. Inhale, arms to the sky. If arms to the sky is too much and you want to just focus on the pelvis, just stay there. That's fine. That's the work today. More in the hips. That's okay. Just be there. One more breath to be here fully with all the feelings. All right, exhale. Hands down to the floor. Straighten your front leg. Good. Let your head release towards your knee. Let your legs extend as long as they can, like from your pelvis. You are telescoping your legs longer. You're extending down into the floor. Pushing back against all the things that you resist. Engaging with them. Instead of thinking of pushing back against them, think of engaging deeply with them. All right, from here, triangle, spin down your back heel. Open up the top arm. Right hand can hop up onto your right leg. See that your legs are lined up, you guys. So right heel to the instep of the left foot is important to keep that front knee, in alignment. Yeah, so Joe, line up your feet. Your front heel should be in line with the instep. That's it. You got it. And then come on up, warrior two. And into the front knee. Yeah, here's where it's more important for that knee to be pointing straight ahead, straight at the second toe as we bear weight into the knee. Hold steady. See where the mind goes. As the sensation builds in the legs, can you sit deeper? Yeah, not like a no pain, no gain situation, just like a, hey, can I just be here and breathe while this is going on? All right, hands behind your back, release your fingers, stretch your arms back, hinge forward. Getting more comfortable with discomfort. I think so in some ways our minds think, oh, I failed, I'm not, it hurts, or, it's hard for me, I'm not good enough. That's not it, that's not it. We're just human. So when we're okay to just feel what we feel, to be with those feelings, we're just recognizing our humanness. Last breath. Good, release your hands. Triangle pose again. Straighten out your front leg. Nice. And then frame the front foot. Release your left hand down. Spin up your back heel. Plant your left hand. Twist right. Press forward through your right shin. Press your left thigh bone to the sky. So front knee bend for this one. You could bend your front knee, Jen. It's a twist, a lunge twist. Yeah. So back heel is up. Front knee is bent. Or not. Okay, release that hand down. All right, back to downward facing dog. Do whatever you want. You're all grown up. All right. I'll stop telling you what to do. Oh,
Speaking about being uncomfortable.
What's that?
Speaking about being comfortable with the uncomfortable.
All right, well, so maybe we should leave the fans off. Is that what you're saying? No, I'm just kidding. I'm putting them on. They're on. Fans are going on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna come down onto the belly. Make your way to your belly. Come to your belly, rest your head on your hands, take a couple breaths. Okay. Find your way to Sphinx. Slide your elbows underneath your shoulders. Good. If your shoulders feel comfortable with the forearms parallel, you can stay there. If shoulders need a little grace, lace your fingers together. That's a little gentler. Okay. Make your legs strong and steady. And then push your elbows down. Let's do a few little Sphinx roll-ups. Roll up to your knees, rounding up through your back, pulling your navel up towards your spine, and then slowly rolling back down. So it's another cat and cow, but we're resisting gravity here a little bit. So a little bit more work for the abdominals. Good. Roll up, slow, easy. Yep. And then abdominals as breaks. So as you come into the back bend, the abdominals are resisting that movement. Last one. Good. Bring the thighs down. Don't let your belly collapse towards the floor. So there's still a little bit of a lift in the belly. Take your left arm across, reach back for your right foot with your right hand. That's a lot for the knee or for the back. Just slide your elbow forward, rest your head down. You can do it that way. Hug your heel to your butt. That's it. Notice how the weight wants to just collapse into the left elbow, right? So push the left elbow into the floor. Try to get your right thigh bone towards the floor again, even as you're hugging your heel down. Yeah, Sarah, you can hold with the same hand, right hand to right leg. You can hold it with your right hand. Yeah. Yeah, that should be a little easier maybe. Okay, good. And then release that foot. And other side. If you need a rest, take a rest for a minute. Shift to the right elbow, bend up your left knee. Catch your foot. Hug your heel to your butt. That's it. So notice how the back, the pelvis wants to go into that forward tilt here. So tone your glutes a lot, tone your abdominals, pull your navel to your spine as you pull your heel in. Think of pushing your thigh bone up towards your heel as you pull your heel towards your thigh. Okay, release that foot. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Cobra, curl up. Downward facing dog. Sweep your right leg to the sky dog split. Hips level for this one today. So toes point towards the floor. Lower the leg a little bit. And then work your left leg, your bottom leg. Pull your left hip back. Stretch your left heel down.
Now keep that, maybe lift the right leg a little higher, right from the inner thigh. Nice, you guys. Step your right foot between your hands, warrior one. Place your back heel down. Inhale, come on, upright. Good, back leg strong. Bend your front knee over your ankle. Yeah, work that cat and cow action here. Most of us are gonna wanna be in the cow tilt, the pelvis tilt tipping forward, so it's more lifting up of the pubic bone, toning of the abdominals, front ribs back. You tend to have a rounded back, ignore me. Full stretch right where you are. That's it. And then we're going to take it to warrior three, shift forward into your right foot. You need to change your arm position, go for it. Same thing we just did in dog split. So lift the left leg, but not as high, and then work the right hip back, right leg straight, extend that right leg really long, then the left leg really long. Then the arms, wherever they are, reach them out, either to the sides, in front, behind. Good, standing split, hands to the floor. That's it. Keep your right hip back. Extend from your right sit bone to your right heel, from your left sit bone to your left heel. Good, step all the way back, downward facing dog. Hold in your dog or vinyasa here if you like. Left leg up for dog split. Good, then lower the lifted leg, lower the left leg a little bit, work your right leg. Right hip back, right leg straight, right heel down, then lift the left leg higher. Yes. Push out through your arms, from your heart, down through your arms into the floor. Okay, step forward, warrior one. Ground your back heel. Come on up. Bend the left knee over the ankle. Find a neutral pelvis. And then if you want to take it more into the back bend, let it be a gentle back bend. It's not that we avoid those extremes. They're going to happen. Bless you. It's just that we come into them, again, not with those giant waves, but with the little baby fluctuations. All right, warrior three, shift forward. Hinge forward. Keep the right leg a little low for the moment and work your left leg. Left hip back. Left leg straight. Stretch from your left sit bone to your left heel. Then from your right sit bone to your right heel and get longer, straighter. Standing split. Hands to the floor. Always you can use blocks if you need to. One more breath. And step back into your dog. Hold or last vinyasa opportunity. All right. Drop down to hands and knees. Find your strap. Okay, sorry, Kat, I love this song, but it's a little loud right now. Okay, we're making a giant loop. Here's what we're doing. Some of them have a loop in them. Hopefully we don't have to go too crazy making loops. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna put the whole body into the strap. So watch, just watch me for a second. It's going under the armpits and feet are into it. So we're coming to Navasana. So underneath the arms, into the shoulder blades. So you need a big loop. That's why I brought the big straps. I don't think that's gonna work for you, Joe. You need a big strap. Take a big strap. The green ones are long. Okay, now have your blocks next to you. Put two blocks next to you. You may or may not need them, but put your blocks next to you. Here's what we're doing. Watch me for a second while you're getting organized in your strap here. We're coming to Navasana. So here's where we're going to try to rock forward to the front of the pelvis. You're going to want that strap nice and taut. So you've got the buckle there, you can adjust. We're going from here to here. Hands plant, hips up. And then hips down, legs up, arms up. And try not to fall over. And then hands down and push to your feet. Give it a go. And that's where the blocks might come in handy. Hands into blocks might make that a whole lot easier. Put them a little more forward. Your hips have to go back to get your butt off the floor. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yes. 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 That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, the legs are going to come down. Butt back, hips up, butt back. So blocks forward. If your blocks are back here, you're not going to be able to get your butt off the floor. Hands forward. Lean forward. Push your feet forward. That's it. Good. One more time. Back up to your boop. Draw your lower back here. I know. Hold it. Breathe. Breathe. Yes. And then hands to the floor. One last time. Hips up. Come on. You all did it. Yes. Yes. Push. Come on, this is so much easier with the strap, you guys. I promise you it is. Okay, keep the strap. There was an at the end of that. Easy If you don't have a long strap at home, I'm sorry, this is hard to do without a strap. Okay, now, yeah, it might have to be a little tighter. Okay, now push your feet. We're staying in the strap for a minute. Good, push your feet forward. Now pull your shoulder blades back into your strap. Yeah. Try to tip your pelvis forward. Not so much that you're feeling pulling at your hamstring attachments. We don't want that. Okay, now reach and hold your strap. Pull your shoulders back. Move your belly towards your thighs. Okay, now let everything round. So the strap will go loose. Let your head release. Let your back round. Hold. You can hold the strap or you can hold your feet, of course, if you can reach your feet. Stage one. Yeah, that's it, loves. That's it. It's easier with the strap. That's stage one of a forward bend, is that long spine, and then we come to stage two. Okay, extricate yourself from, well, I'll say it like this. We're going to try it one more time without. You can do it again with the strap, or you can try it without the strap. I promise you it's easier with the strap. So if you want to leave the strap on, that's fine. Or we're going to try here. I only have one block. It's easier with two. And then hands to the floor. Hips up, legs up. Oh. And then your thighs cramp. Oh yeah, so it's easier if you come.
I didn't think my feet just like go down.
Turn your legs on. I know. That was all that. So all that extension we've been talking about today, like pushing out through the feet. Oh, it's a ton of quadricep working. Yes, cramping working and core. Yeah. So try it with the strap again, or try it without. Yep. Here. Yes. Again, also, if you have a long torso and shorter arms, this is going to be harder for you. I've got the gorilla arms and the short torso, and that's just physics. That's just physics, and there's nothing you can do about it. But it's just fire up those quadriceps a lot.
No.
All right.
You always get caught with
Yeah, no, of course. Right. It's the body's pretty clear about what's going to work and not work. But the boat's nice with the strap, right?
It's all good.
That's the long arms. That's the long arms. I know. See, it's unfortunately, you guys.
Wrist show and long sleeves, but
exactly. Unfortunately, when your teacher has long arms and a short torso, these are the poses that we do more often than not. Okay. So let's do some cradle and just release the hips a little bit. So you can scoop, you can cradle, any one of those. Yeah, just release through the hips a little bit. I know. All right, you can stay here with two arms, or if you want to roll onto your right side, get a little deeper into the rotator, you can do it that way. Try to keep your ankle nice and straight. Okay, now even here, play with that little pelvic tilt, the cat and cow tilt in the pelvis. You want a deeper stretch in the hips. You need to pull your low back in and up. You need to do that anterior tilt of the pelvis. Okay, come on up. Place your ankle over your knee. So left knee is bent. That's it. Flex your right foot, straighten out your ankle. Good. Then now tip your pelvis. So think of this movement in your pelvis of tipping the pelvis forward. So you're coming forward towards the front edge of your sitting bones, and you should feel a deeper stretch as you do that. Okay, you can stay here. If this is a big stretch, stay. Or heel toe the bottom foot over, come to Agni Stambhasana. Stacking right knee over left heel. If your knees come lower than mine, please let them come lower than mine. But then work to come to that forward tilt of the pelvis, whether your hands are behind you and the foot is on the floor, wherever you are, come to that forward tilt of the pelvis and widen, feel like your sit bones are pushing wide. You want to come forward, you can hinge forward.
And the knees are together or?
Mine are not, you're good. That's it. Yep. You're trying to go ankle over knee, knee over ankle. Agni Stambhasana means fire log, so it's like stacked firewood. Your shins are supposed to be like stacked fire. Yes, more forward, Marie, like that. Yes. That's it.
Okay.
There you go. No, or not, because you know, you're not going to change the shape of your bones. The muscles will stretch a little, but you know. All right, come on up.
My log doesn't go down.
And uncross, exactly.
My log doesn't stack.
Exactly. All right, little windshield wiper, and then let's start with the cradle.
TP legs.
You know, they may come down, they may not, because sometimes it's, you know, like the structure, we're not going to change the structure of our bones. We're not, you know, and there's only, not to say we can't, you know, open up the muscles, open up the connective tissue, do all that stuff. Do you want to lean to the side, lean to the side. But our bodies are shaped as they are. They're going to do what they do. I mean, I used to really think like, oh, if I work hard enough, I'll be able to do all the things. No, nope. There are definitely things my body is never going to do. As much as I might want it to. Right, 100%, 100%. You know, again, it's not to say that there's not plenty of things I can do, you know, but my back is never going to bend in that, you know, whatever. Anyway, you get the idea. Bend up the right knee, cross your ankle. Good, and then get that forward tilt of the pelvis. So draw your low back in, shift to the front edge of your sitting bones, stay here, or Agni Stambhasana, heel toe, that bottom leg over. Don't pull the heel in.
You're keeping your hips square.
You're trying to keep your hips level. You're trying to keep your knees like at a 90-degree angle. So Sandy, you can bring that bottom foot forward more. Yeah, and be on the pinky. Yeah, and you're going to feel more of the stretch into the hip then. Yep, that's it. And it doesn't matter how high up the knee are. You're getting the hip stretch, right? Okay, before you come forward, tip the pelvis forward. So try to remember, do that, what that cow tilt feels like. And then hinge and maybe come forward. If you're upright and you're just trying to breathe, just stay there and try to breathe. It's fine. Relax in the places you can relax. I would have hands on the floor for support, not on your legs, so that you're, yeah, it's a little less grippy that way. You can also put a block. I don't know. You can also do like this kind of thing, right? If the knee bothers you, or you can prop under the bottom knee. You know, blocks are helpful, especially if you're having knee stuff. Okay, come on, uncross as gracefully as you can. Come down to your back. Stretch your legs out nice and long. Stretch your arms out nice and long. Hopefully everything feels a little longer, straighter, taller than when you walked in the room today. And that's the whole idea, you know, come to this practice and it transforms us for these minutes that we share together, for the time that we spend together. But it doesn't end here, of course. The more we can steep ourselves in it, the more present we can be, even in easier moments like Shavasana. You don't have to work so hard. The more we can be here, be with what is. The more fully we step into the whole of our lives. As you drop in and drop in and drop in.
Notice what resistances come up. Notice what your mind wants to push against. Let yourself be with it. Gently, compassionately. Gently let your breath begin to deepen. Slowly let your awareness rise back to the surface. Let your body gently move and stretch. Find your way to your side and all the way to seated. We're gifted these bodies with all the brilliant and wonderful and amazing and awful things they can do and think and feel. The classical yoga tradition, withdrawal, withdrawing yourself from the world was the solution to that attachment aversion cycle. Disconnect, so you get that big payoff in the end, enlightenment. Tantra disagrees. I disagree. I don't think we were gifted these bodies to just get out of these bodies, to just ignore them, pretend that things aren't happening that are actually happening. But if we can appreciate the pleasures without clinging to them, if we can weather the difficulties without avoiding them, we find that middle ground where there is peace, where there's ease, where there's grace. Bring your hands together at your heart, and let's end together with an Om. Take a deep breath. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. All right, coming up, we've got Time to Unwind on Sunday with Allison. My monthly mixtape class is next Friday. Lots of fun, folksy grooves, girl band, think 90s girl band stuff. Okay, and then book club is reading The Tea Girl of Hummingbird Lane, and we still have time to read that. That's November 16th if you want to read that book. Yes, green straps in the bag here, please. Other straps in the bag. Bye. Oh.
You want us to roll, huh?
We're probably gonna use them in the next class.